is one of the partners for this conference. And they asked me, as the youth ambassador for peace, which country do you think would be best suited to be the first to adopt a national action plan? So I think even from the presentations we had, we can see that it's not an easy decision to make. There's definitely stuff that South Africa is great at, and the representative mentioned existing policies and progressive policies that South Africa has. But the same applies to Botswana, where we have an enabling environment where young people are already being engaged in that community. The same for Namibia, Patience Masua, Emma Theophilas, and the likes of many youth ministers we've seen being appointed and taking positions of power. So that's reflective of the political will within the country that makes a case for Namibia. And then finally, Zimbabwe. Apart from patriotism, I think Brian made a fantastic case for Zimbabwe, which includes the Zimbabwe Youth Council, the youth bill that is being amended, ZEC, where they recently engaged young people and promoted their participation in the upcoming elections. So it's quite a tough decision to call upon. And just to sum up the engagement, it is that I don't think that Southern Africa should be limited to just having one country adopting a national action plan. So this section mainly reflects on the conversations we had in Nigeria last week, where we participated in the roundtable dialogue on developing a national action plan for youth, peace and security. Myself and Suraya, who's busy with a video over there, and the Youth for Peace Africa team were in Nigeria last week, where we got to sit down with key stakeholders that participated in Nigeria's process and asked questions and engaged and said, how was Nigeria able to be the first country or the only country to be able to successfully adopt a national action plan for youth, peace and security? So my presentation will just briefly touch on some of the points that we discussed, and then we open it up for engagement and questions. And David can be more useful. When we looked at the National Action Plan on Youth, Peace and Security on Nigeria, I think what stood out for me was that just having the opportunity to engage with people who were directly involved, who had the experiential perspective into the process was very outstanding for me. And Nigeria's National Action Plan has got in terms of their implementation, they've got a 3-year plan, and then they go into review. So from 2021 to 2024, then they will review the document again. And that shows that this document is a work in progress document. And a lot of times when we engage, we hear people saying, oh, the laws are outdated, or they're not reflective of what is happening currently. So I think the fact that we have this in Nigeria, where they say after 3 years we're going to sit down again and reflect and review on the policy, that would be one of the issues that we should be looking at if we were to adopt national action plans in our different countries. Apart from that work in progress aspect of the document, it was brought about after several consultations at the local level, at the regional level, as well as the international level. And that shows you that development cannot be one-dimensional. You need to involve as many key stakeholders as possible. So if you're to implement the same in South Africa or in Namibia, for instance, then you need to be able to ensure that it is inclusive. Have you consulted the youth in the rural areas? Have you consulted because of the digital gap? So you cannot just assume that we're going to roll out a consultation online because other people may be excluded in the process. So that inclusivity aspect, where you actually take it at a local level, you take it at a regional level and international level. Apart from that, one of the key aspects also of the adoption of Nigeria's National Action Plan was leveraging on the End SARS protest. Do we all know what that was? Tapela, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you like to share with us what that was?
Hello? Is it on? Okay. Was it something related to young people fighting for the space in government spaces? Yes. And then I remember the